Hey guys, sorry for the lighting change. I had to go back and scrap some footage and create a new intro. So I hope you enjoy this review because this chapter is lit. But yo, this chapter, 499, The Inherited Dream in Hands. I really fucking enjoyed this chapter, yo. Let's walk through it again. Let's walk through it, not a reaction this time around, but like, let's walk through it and like, see what we got. So like, it opens up and it seems like the army they're walking through is that Canyo? I don't know where that is, but it's like the entire army, all three armies compressed are walking through, and it's like the parade, like the march going off onto the conquest, you know? Like they're leaving. This is starting, this war is starting. And I thought it was really funny how like a lot of people were cheering on like the Conky army and shit, and like people are nervous. We get to see more of the archers. Like I'm really excited again to see the new archers go in, because like they're on par with the 10 bows of China, and they're gonna be like a hidden card, you know? It's like no one really knows about them. They're like the hidden gem of the army, and I feel like at some point during this war, they're gonna be a catalyst somehow. They're gonna push the plot forward. They're gonna play. I feel like they're gonna play a huge role in the war. I feel like they're gonna be very important. But we get to see Heki Bro for the first time in a while. Heki and Ten have a really good conversation. They're talking about Osen and how Heki is worried about Osen in a way. He just doesn't trust him. You know, he had a very like intense conversation with him during like the last war, and it threw him off. And I definitely feel him. What I said in my live reaction was that Osen wants like the title of the story in a way. Like the name of this beautifully crafted, written, everything story is called Kingdom, right? And who is like the one person in this entire story that has clearly stated that he wants his own kingdom? He doesn't just want to be a general, he wants to be a king, like Sei. He wants his own kingdom. He who's to say that he won't like backstab or go against Sei eventually, you know? Like that's what I don't like about him, because like I want Sei to be like on the throne at the end of this, you know? I feel like Sei is the true king, you know? The true king. I'm reading that book right now. Where is it? I don't know where I put it. But I feel like Sei is the true king. And I want him to sit on the throne. I want him to fucking unite China. Like, I don't want Osen to have his kingdom. You know? So Ten says, like it's like a little bit, there's like a little flashback, and it goes to like the meeting room, like the tactics room, where like the strategy room where they were all strategizing, where they were all talking about like the plan. And Ten talks about Kosho of the 6 generals, okay? And she tells Heki that Kosho of the 6 generals highly respected Osen and regarded him with talents that were of equal par to the 6 generals. Osen. And that was back in the day when the 6 generals were prevalent, when they were around, when they were alive and shit, you know what I mean? I don't even know how long ago that was. So if he back then was on par to the 6 generals, Ten or Heki even says it like now, like if he was on par back then, what is his skill now? You know what I mean? Like what is his skill level now? Like what is his power level now, in a sense? You know what I mean? Like how far has he elevated since then? And it's like every panel in this chapter, Osen's face. I mean, every panel like every with his face, but like I feel like this chapter in specifics, maybe just because we haven't really seen him in real time in a while, but he was very scary looking. Like all the panels of his eyes, bro. Like he just has this scary look on his face. I want to know what this guy is thinking. I really do. I really want to know what this fucking guy is thinking. Like fuck. Scares the shit out of me, man. And the fact that the Hishin unit is directly under his army in this war, you know, like fuck. We get to see Sei again this chapter. There's some great panels with Sei and Shin, you know, like we're literally getting to watch their relationships blossom and grow, because they're getting to watch each other grow. And every time they see each other, they've grown exponentially, or they've learned more, or like their presence, you know, it's just like they can tell it in each other. They just, and it all goes back to fucking, oh my god, It all goes back to Pyo, man. Fucking Pyo. Sei looks so much like him, and it's like every time Shin looks at him, it's like he sees Pyo in him, and it's like Sei, who doesn't have any siblings or like any real friends except Shin, you know, it's like that's one of the best things about like this show, you know. You don't really have like a Naruto, Sasuke, fucking Carlos Boro, fucking Guts Griffith. You don't have like one of those Goku Vegeta, you know, you don't have like one of those like rivalry relationships in the show. You have a different type of relationship, a type of like brotherly relationship between Shin and Sei that's like a respect. It's just it's something else, you know what I mean? And like in the beginning with like the body double, you know, like it may seem like what the fuck, you know, like I remember reading that first chapter and being like I mean, on the second chapter is like where everything gets clear, but I remember reading that first chapter, I'm like, whoa, like what's going on? But nah, they build on that shit. Like Hada builds on this shit so well. He uses that he stems off of that to form a very strong, close brotherly relationship with a character. And then there are rivals, like rival figures for Shin to fight against and like grow against in the show. It's just not a main theme. You know what I mean? It's not a theme. It's something that is there for Shin to grow. It's there for story plot reasons. That's what I meant to say. But then the big revelation in this chapter, Shin takes up Oiki's glaive again. And previously, all the other times that he's carried it, you know, it's always just been like, it's been like oversized for him, you know. It's like when he got it, he didn't even realize. He even says in this chapter, like, holding it now, it's like it's so heavy but warm. And he feels it in a different light. He's older, you know, he's getting there, you know. And it's like this glaive is almost fitting perfectly in his hands at this point. And there's a beautiful panel in this chapter that I'm probably going to use in my thumbnail somewhere. But God, this chapter was fucking amazing, alright? I fucking love this chapter. God, I really liked the little panel where it's like it flashed back to Oiki, speaking to Shin, and he's like, delve into and overcome strife and carnage together with your men, Shin. And Shin just takes those words and he's like, yeah. And like, I love Shin's hair. I love the design of the characters in the show. It's fucking amazing, bro. Like, the anime, there is a Kingdom anime, but it's like 3D animation. It's not the worst 3D animation, like, honestly. Like, I watched it, I enjoyed it. Like, I watched it before I read the manga, and then, like, I read the manga from the beginning. I'm like, fuck that. Like, fuck the anime. Like, this is so much better. I love the fucking character design in the show, the armor, the growth, you know, like, the weapons. So much attention to detail on the weapons and the hands and the emotions, and it's the shading and the color, the colors, the black and white, but like he uses the shadings and he uses gray really well with the black and white. Oh my god, I'm just fucking fanboying over this shit. But the chapter ends with Sei and Shin, and Sei says, Shin, as always, I shall be waiting for your news of success. And Shin, like, as always, like, you got it. Just watch. Like, this glaive in me, we're gonna claim Riboku's head. Like, and I think that's foreshadowing. I think eventually Shin will kill Riboku, or something's gonna happen. I mean, a lot of people have such high respect for Riboku. Like, what do you think's gonna happen with him in the end of the story, you know? Like, this may be a long one too, you know? Like, I hope this reaches, like, we're almost at 500. Like, next chapter is the 500 chapter, guys. And that's so crazy to think about. I just recently started reading Kingdom and I fell in love with it. I can't imagine for like you guys who have been reading it since day one, like OG. Like, fuck, guys. Oh my god. So guys, thank you all for the recent likes and subscriptions. I can't wait for the next Kingdom chapter. I want to pick up another manga to review weekly. So I think I'm going to catch up on Boku no Hero or Mob Psycho 100. Would anyone be interested in reading, or would anyone be interested in watching Mob Psycho 100 manga reviews weekly? Do any of you read that manga? I would love to do Mob Psycho 100 reviews, or start reading the manga, you know? If I knew I was gonna be reviewing it and bringing it to you guys and talking about it, I would definitely read it. But let me know what you guys thought about the chapter. My camera just died again, so like it's a little darker. I had to fucking charge my camera for a little while. But let me know what you guys thought of the chapter. Thank you so much for watching the review. I appreciate all the recent subscriptions and likes, guys. It really means a lot to me. We're almost at 100 subscribers. I'm super excited. Thanks for everything. Peace out.